Get in here. Come on. Get in here. We need you. Not only do we need you, I want you in here. So come on in, get in here. Strengthen your soul is on. Let's get going. Let's get in here. Um, for those of you new or tuning in, strengthen your soul is about in the midst of this coronavirus and maybe beyond. We'll see. We'll see. It's about how do you walk in such a way and live your life in such a way that you are in alignment with the very essence of life, whom I believe to be Jesus. Now, some of you watching might go, I'm not sure I believe that. That's okay. Uh, Part of the hope is actually to put to the test what Jesus promised. That's part of what we're doing. Um, Apparently, I'm having a little bit of camera trouble these days. So, just a heads up, if the video dies again, uh, probably due to complications, we'll just wrap it up there. That's probably where it'll end. It did that last time at the very, very end, which is okay. But hopefully there's no ongoing difficulties. Hopefully it was just a bad connection one time. I think it was, but we'll find out. So come on in here, grab a drink. As always, 8 o'clock we open up, 8:01 we drink, 8:02 we start, 8:08 we actually try. We lean in and we go, what do we need to develop? What do we want to see? And we wrap up about 8:15. So tonight I'm having a glass of water. So what are you having to drink? Grab something to drink, something you like, and let's have a sip together. Cheers. Forgot to say cheers. Let's talk about your soul. So yesterday, I introduced you to this concept of what happens when you do deep work. When you and I, when we start plumbing into the depths of our soul, um, with God and with others, we always just find that there's two aspects to the soul that are yet to be discovered. And we talked about yesterday shedding what's dead. And today I want to talk to you about hidden treasure. So when I was 10 years old, some of you know this, but most of you probably don't. When I was 10 years old, I went to a garage sale. My dad was actually buying some comics. We were in Regina, and he was buying comics, and I was 10 years old. And he said, "Do you want to come with me?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" And as my dad was looking at comics, there was a bunch of hockey cards that this guy was also selling. Hockey cards and hockey cards and hockey cards and hockey cards. Just so many hockey cards. He said, "You go take a look." And I remember I went and I saw like a Ray Bork. Ray Bork, one of the best defensemen of all time. A Ray Bork card that looked like it was from the 80s. I don't know, it's probably worth $30. And I remember I walked over to the guy and I said, "What do you want for this?" He said, "You could just have it. It's just free, just for you." And I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah." So then I went and grabbed a bunch of cards, like a stack of cards, and I brought them over to him and I said, "What do you want for these?" And he said, "You could just have that." And I was like amazed because there's probably like $500 worth of sports cards in this stack. So I remember there was this box there about this big. And I walked over to him and I said, "I know you'll," he said, "make me an offer that you really want. Make me an offer for the full box." And all I had in my pocket uh, was $20. And I remember I turned to him and I collected an allowance as a kid and I said to him, "All I have, sir, is $20. I know you're going to say no. Can I take this?" And he said, "You can take this box and I got about 10 others like it if you can give me 25." So I asked my dad to borrow $5 and I bought hundreds of thousands of cards for $25. And what I found is as I did deep work sorting through all of these cards, what I found was there was a lot of cards that were kind of useless or moderately valuable. But then I found perhaps the most valuable card I own. In the midst of all these boxes that I got almost for free, just as a gift, was a Wayne Gretzky rookie card. It's worth about $1,000, and it was a hidden treasure right in there. And so tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to spend some time reflecting on the absolute best about ourselves. Yesterday, we looked at the worst, the stuff that's dead, that our soul needs to purge and get rid of. Today, we're going to spend some time. We're going to spend some time going, what is the best of me? And the reason is when you discover the hidden treasures, you can bring them out. You can show them and you can share them with the rest of the world. And when you do that, you line yourself up with the greatest joy and the greatest person in our entire universe, with God himself. So we're going to use a bit of a diagram. You can do this. And we're going to be transitioning into our try time very quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at characteristics or character traits, areas of giftedness, or you might say talent. I want to say experiences, and we're going to say knowledge. Okay, so we're going to look at four aspects of our life which may be hidden treasures given to you by the Father of your soul to change you, to shape you, and to help you enter into his joy, and to help others too. So, what we're going to do is we're going to reflect, think, and write down some of our hidden treasures as we do the deep work of shedding what's dead and finding our hidden treasures and showing them up to the world for us to enjoy, for them to enjoy, and to line up with Jesus. So, let's start off with characteristics or traits. So these are different than talents. They're different than talents. But the question you want to ask is, you go, God, what characteristics of me do you really love? And I want you to jot down a minimum of 3. So here are the ones that came to mind for me. It might take you a little while, so don't rush. 3 characteristics that describe who you are. Your character is something that is both formed and given. So some of us, we have found that it's actually quite easy to be kind. Some of you, that's really tough. Some of you, it's not hard to be strong. But one of my characters, you can make as many characteristics as you want. I'm just going to use 3 tonight. But what you need to see is that some of the stuff that comes naturally to you was character that was given to you from the Father of your soul. I want to be thankful for that. Some of your character, though, is cultivated in partnership with God, who is love. As you act loving, you are bringing yourself into alignment. Well, what characteristics do you have? Now, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. We're going to look at what talents do you have? And for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, as we go through this, your hidden treasure will become obvious. It'll pop up, and you'll know how to use it to help other people. And when you use the best of who you are to help others, you are right in alignment with the very essence of the universe, with the very heart of God. So what talents do you have? A talent is different. It's different than just aptitude. A talent is something that you are both capable of naturally. Some people can sing better than others. Just how they are. But also a talent is not only something you're capable of, but again, something you've cultivated. What is a skill or capability that seemed to come naturally that you have used. So just think about it. God, would you just speak to us? Show us any hidden treasures we may have that you want to use. So for me, there's speaking. I have an inordinate ability to speak. So many people go, how long does it take you to prep one of these? And the truth is, I think about it all the time, but my prep work is probably in the vicinity of 3 to 5 minutes. Probably 3 to 5 minutes. Sometimes I have to do more research, but usually this is coming from an overflow of my life. It's part of my talent stack. Second one that comes for me, and again, write yours down. And the reason we're doing this is to find all the hidden treasure that is buried within. Distilling ideas. So I'll put a third one in there that's implied, that comes to mind. Smart. Not like crazy smart. There are some people where their ability to comprehend knowledge and data and formulas blows my mind. But I am able to take big ideas and make them simple, break them down into parts that people can manage. So that becomes obvious. Now, here's another one. You're going to ask a question. What experience, God, can I use to help others? What experience can I use to help others? Just think about it. Write it down. So here's what comes to mind for me. Pain in the process. So what do you do with pain? That's where I feel like actually, as I've walked through this journey of leading and teaching and trying to strengthen my soul, trying to open myself up to Christ to change me, there's been much pain in the process. Some of God's best work has been done through my pain. You've heard a bunch of it. But that experience is a hidden treasure that can help other people. Finally, let's do knowledge. What knowledge do you have that God would like access to use? So just ask him. Two come to mind. Some of you might go, that's the wrong order, dude. And it actually is the wrong order. It's not the order that came in. It was the order I wrote them down. So they're not number one and number two, but what knowledge do you have? I know a lot about Jesus. It's a great honor to say that too, by the way. But I do. I also know what it's like to start new ventures, new businesses, new nonprofits, take risk. And so what you want to do is kind of create a matrix around who you are, about your knowledge, about your experience, about your giftedness and talent, and about your characteristics or traits. And you want to see what about these do you have? And then here's the last part. You dedicate yourself wholeheartedly to using them. So 2 steps, and we'll do this right now together. You're going to ask for opportunities, not for opposition, but for opportunity. So right now, as best you know how, I'd like you to pray a simple prayer, dedicating yourself, the best of you, to loving others and to connecting with the Father of your soul. And then ask for open doors that you can just walk right through. So let's do that now together. You can model a little prayer after me. God, I'd love to be used by you. Thank you for the hidden treasures, some that I might have known, and the ones that are new to me. Would you give me greater opportunities to show your kindness? Would you open some doors for me so that I can help others? That being said, the video didn't die, and I hope your mind is getting clearer, but that's from my noon videos. I hope your soul's getting stronger. I hope you're feeling more connected with others, and I hope you're feeling more connected with God. With that being said, we'll see you all tomorrow for Strength in Your Soul. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Always helpful and makes it feel sort of like a payoff for me. So that being said, I'm out of focus because I've leaned in. We'll see you tomorrow.